happening, people? This is my first proper YouTube video. I need you guys to like, subscribe to the channel, follow my TikTok in the description. I want to hit 1,000 on there ASAP, by the way. And yes, enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Where are Chelsea? What are our expectations for this season? And for me, it's clear. The first 7 games have been good, okay? You draw to Palace at home, you draw to Forest at home. Interesting games in their own right, but they're not where you want to be overall. You don't be drawing at home to these teams. But then you beat West Ham's away, you beat the Bournemouths away, and you get those kind of big wins where they're tough grounds to go. And it's like, oh, are Chelsea doing their thing? But we land 4th. If we'd won those games, we'd be top of the league. Deep it. Top of the Premier League. And there'll be a whole leap of pressure. I'm already seeing online people saying, yo, Jez, are you going to fight for the title? No, we're not. Because anyhow, we were top of the league right now. There'll be pressure on Maresca, pressure on Palmer. There is enough pressure as it is, and we're only 4th. So let's slow it down and realise that this team, being together for most of the players' second season, the manager being what? His first top flight kind of job, first season in the Premier League. I'm expecting top 4. Now, despite what I've just said, the owners have decided to back this guy. They've decided to forget about experience. Experienced manager? Nah. We'll go for McKenna's and them, man. If you're going to go for these kind of guys, you have to get it right. Especially after spending, of course, $1.5 million. Like, come on, man. For me, that's the expectation with the players we got and the managers we have. Now, if we exceed that, that's cool. And if we finish 6th again, as an example, and get Europa League, that will be poor. So there's a middle ground between, high expectations and then flopping. And that, for me, that middle ground is only going to be Champions League. Okay? There is no other, Europa League, Conference League, no. Champions League, the middle ground, if you get 4th or 5th, cool. But anything higher will be gas, and if it lower, we'll be disappointed. So that's the base. The players. This week is difficult because when people say, your squad isn't that good and stuff, I kind of have to agree and disagree at the same time. Let me tell you why. I agree because the players on paper have quality. So when you say Wesley Fofana from Leicester, had a great season before he got injured, came in, we didn't see him. You got players like Cucurella, who's got a lot to prove, came to the club, didn't do well, again, injuries has hampered him, and he's only recently come back into form. People like Lavia, bought 50 million in Liverpool and him for, us and Liverpool and him for, and, we buy him, he gets injured. Before he got injured, he was one of the best under-21 players in the league. Now he's injured, people call him rubbish. So for me, players like that of ilk, and then you've got players such as more high profile like Nkunku, who also was in very well at Leipzig, yeah, performed more in Germany and all that, comes to my club again, injuries hampered him. So with a lot of our players, there's question marks whether they're injuries or consistency or adjustment to the league. We need to see it. But on paper, the squad looks good. The squad looks good on paper. It's just putting that into a coherent unit and performing week in, week out, even for top 4. You don't need to be consistent 100 times out of 10, but you do need to be picking up points at home. You do need to be making sure you're not at least losing against top 6. You're getting draws if you can. So those are the things we're going to see throughout the season, and those are the things that the players that are speaking on now will have to step up, because you've got Liverpool's away. You've got the Arsenals, you've got the Newcastle's away, you've got Newcastle back-to-back in the Cup and the League. You've got to show something now, Some of these guys like Enzo Fernandez, Nkunku's, all these guys have now been there for 2 years. It's no longer a year for some of them. You know what I'm saying? So, you expect to see more. Caicedo, he stepped up. Gusto stepped up. Palmer stepped up. Even Sanchez this season, whoever would call a bozo, has stepped up. They've all stepped up. Now, the players I'm looking at, in particular, would be people like Jackson, people like Sancho, Nima Madueke. If we're going to look at the starters team, Enzo Fernandez. These players where even Cole would know he's proven it. Last 7 games, I need to see it for the whole season. These players I've listed they have question marks with the consistency of overall quality. Whether they've shown it for spurts, whether people like Enzo have rarely shown any quality since they've been bought, or players like Sancho, who's got a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, even Noni is an example where, yes, he's performing, but again, he's not consistent. The other game, for example, people got onto him. He's had a crap game against Nottingham Forest. I'm speaking about at home. We drew 1-1. But a lot of people were saying, why is he playing dropping for Neto. Not gonna lie, I was one of them. But then people would have said to me, yeah, even though he only got a goal and he was a bit wayward, he caused the most threats. Now that's what you want to be seeing week in, week out with people like Noni. That's what you want to see. So when you're not seeing that, of course people are going to be apprehensive, like, yo, but that for me is where the players, if we're talking about the players in this section, need to step up. They need to show that they're worth the money. They need to improve because the club's gone for this strategy. They've gone for the young approach and the young players. So you now need to prove that. You now need to be in that mode, train more, and then get into that player where you're more consistent. You're scoring goals if you're an attacker, or creating chances. You're defensively sound if you're defending midfielders. Ends with ticking it. Deep line playmaker, actually doing your role to these levels. I need to see the team step up. And then we could see, like in the previous section, where the base level can be challenging for third. Or really cement top four, not being a battle. Let's talk about these next 7 games, more short-term immediate issues. We have a very tough run coming up, okay? Where it's going to test our character. And this is what you're excited for. Last season, if this one came up, I'm like, yo, what? I got this. Arsenal, United, lost. It didn't even end up that way. But this season, you're like, you know what? Arsenal at home, bring it. Liverpool away after the break, bring it. Bring it. That's what we're saying now. So that's a change in mentality, change in optimism from fans. And that's a good thing. So I need to see what we're capable of. Now, like the old saying goes, pressure makes diamonds. I know it's cliche, but allow me. Yeah. That's true. Because this is what you're going to see. Who can step up and who can't. Do you understand? So this is the opportunity for us fans to be proven right or wrong about certain players. Okay? Certain players who we thought, yeah, he ain't that great or he is great, are now going to show who they are. Because against Liverpool away, there's no better chance to stamp your quality. There's no better place to say, you know what, I'm going to step up. I'm going to take accountability. I'm going to, show my level. We're not Chelsea 2 years ago getting 12th. We're now in this day and age, under Maresca and the ownership's in unity and the club's in unity. Maresca knows what his squad is. The money's a certain place. You know what I'm saying? They've got a clear structure of players they're going for. Now it's time to see where we're at. The manager, the ownership, and the players. I'm excited for this run. I'm excited. So hopefully it can prove me wrong, because I'm not going to lie, deep down, I hear people being apprehensive, but I am low-key worried about this. Like, I'm low-key worried that this run might, like our run previous, like these last 7 games, wasn't overrated, but we're taking too much from it. Because it is, like, it's not easy to have a good run like this, but what I would say is, like, not new manager bounce, but there's a sense of optimism when a new manager comes in, Sancho comes in, better quality. That is a positive, I guess, but you don't know how long it's going to last. We saw this with Tottenham last year, and I don't want to say that we're the same ilk as Tottenham and that we're going to fall off the way they did, because they've had a terrible run since, I think, December 2023. They've been kind of poor, but I don't want it to be a thing where we take 7 games, everyone gets overgassed. In the next 7 games, we're average, we end up like 7th, and there's like back to reality. I really want my club to be a consistent level where I'm going, you know what, boy, like, say nothing, like, we're actually there, like we're actually competing. And I think you, as a viewer, whether you're a Chelsea fan or not, would want to see Chelsea come back. It's been boring seeing us in the mud, bro. Like, it's been dead. For the last, literally since the Champions League, it's been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been meaty. Like, it ain't been good. And I don't like that. And you don't like that. So the club needs to change that. Else we're going to be sitting here when people are going, oh, Unitaries? Are you going to win this? And we're just sitting there like, yeah, this is long, man. Like, man's not even involved in the conversation. I'm saying that. What is going on? Come on. So I need to see a change. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chelsea, prove me wrong. I am not that optimistic. Like I've already said just 2 minutes ago, I'm not jumping for joy about Liverpool way. But what I'm saying is there's a more positive feeling. Personally, I'm a bit on the fence. because it's just PTSD. I'll be real. You know, no one's there. Like, you know what I'm saying? PTSD. If you know what that is, you know what it is, isn't it? Research it. Like, I just have PTSD. I just can't go with the fact that when we were 12 and last season, we would go on runs and you'd go, we've turned the corner. That old saying, turn the corner. And then what would happen? Loss, draw, loss, draw, loss, win, win, loss. You're 6th. You're 8th. You're 12th. That was my reality. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I need to see a change in the manager, bigger games, the players stepping up, and of course, the club. I need to see us moving forward, man. It's been 2 years of nothingness. But on that note, make sure you're liking this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree? Are you optimistic for these next 7 games? What players are you looking at? How do you feel Maresca will get on? Give me your thoughts even on the last 7 games. Whether overrated, we're rated where we should be higher or lower in the table. Let me know in the comments. That is the best place to get in contact with me. And I think that is where we're going to grow as a channel. So make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure to follow my TikTok, which will also be in the description. And watch out for tomorrow for another video. We're going to be consistent every single day on this channel. Whether it's a short or a video or both. And yeah, love full of love and love.